Hello again. Today we are going to learn how to change colors and size of letter, different characteristics of the text. So remember, you can also find this information using ecoeco.com. So you go to tutorials, HTML. Remember, these are the initials for hypertext markup language. And in here you will see all menus. In these menus, I'm going to show you how to change the font. You can find here text, as you also find links, forms, backgrounds, etc. Today we're going to change the format of the text and the backgrounds, okay? So let's start for the text. If you go to font, you will see how you can change it, for example, with different color and size. This is in green and bigger than this one in red. So I'm going to start by opening my previous file. Remember, I save it here in documents, as you have to do it also. And now I created a folder named exercises. You have to create your own folder name 7A, 7B, D, etc. In exercises, I have this file. Remember, this was the exercise of the previous class. So, right button and open with, abrir con, and then select the program you prefer. At this moment, I'm going to show you my document in Google Chrome. Remember, this was the characteristic of the text, but I want to change color and size of my text. So let's move to the edition by using bloc de notas again or Notepad. In Notepad, I have, remember the structure, HTML, I closed HTML, head, and I close head, body, and I close it here. And what I have in the middle is the content. Let's start by writing the title of my text. So please, everybody have to write as a title. This is my first, I'm going to use uppercase better, my first web page. This is in HTML. Okay, so let's do it like this. And then you have, I have this text. Then you can write something different. I'm going to write here, I'm going to change the characteristics of my text. Remember, if I write it like this, it is going to appear next to this another line. So I have to create a break. How to create it? By using angle bracket and BR. BR, remember, is the tag used to go to the next line, to move to the next line. BR. Okay. I created now the title and the content. I am going to add an extra BR just to differentiate the title from the other text, okay? Now, I want to change the characteristic of this part. The tag used to create, to change the colors, etc., is font. So I'm going to write it here, font. It appears also here in internet. Here it is. Look, font, and you can change color of letter, face, and size. I'm going to use this one, and just I'm going to change the characteristics, okay? Control B, here it is. Color, I don't want it to be in red, for example. I want it in a blue color, the title. And face, I don't want Arial. I want, for example, or yes, let's say Arial. And size, it is not 2. Don't forget to close the tag here at the end, okay? If you don't do it, you are going to have problems later. And this is in 2, but I want it in 5, for example. And let's see how it looks like. What happens? I need to close every time I open a tag. Remember, I have to close it at the end. As this is only for this title, I'm going to close it here. So angle bracket, angle bracket, slash, and font, and close angle bracket. Let's see. So it is going to change, modify only this title in blue color, Arial, and size 5. Archivo, file, save, or Control G to save it. And now I'm going to open the same document in here. Well, it's closed. Right button, open with, and Google Chrome. And now it changes, it added a new title. It added a new title, my first web page in HTML, and it's in blue. And the content here is in black again because I haven't changed it. If I want to modify it also, well, these numbers, you have to take into account it goes from 1 to 7. You can try different numbers, Control G to save, and then refresh, and it changes to a bigger size. But I think this is the biggest one, okay? For example, I want this. I'm going to copy this part and place it here, Control B, but I don't want it in blue, I want it in green. Suppose I want it in green. Green color, type, let's say Arial again, and here I want it smaller, let's say 3. And the same, I have to close it where the characteristics of my test are done, for example here. So these characteristics are going to be applied to this text, okay? And at the end I said /font. That was everything. Save it again, your file, and refresh your page so it changes. I want it bigger. I'm gonna place it like not 3 but 5. Let's say 5. Remember, in a web page you have to use a big size because people want to read something if your letter is, your text is too small, people is going to feel like tired to read this text. It is better to place it in a bigger size. Now I'm going to add a background, okay? The background, it's here, look. If you go to Echo, I'm going to go back. If you go to backgrounds, it shows you 2 different ways to add your background. You can add it with BG color, or if you want to place an image, you can do it also. I'm going to show you. This is for you to add an image. Look, if you have downloaded the image. Let me show you how it works here. So if I am in my document, if I just want to change as you could see here, everything, these backgrounds are placed in body. Did you see? In body, you don't have to create another body. This is the same body. All you have to do is just add this instruction, okay? So let's move back to the edition and body, and then you have to write BG color if you just want to paint it with this color, and then the color you want. For example, in quotations you have to write the color. Suppose this is yellow, the color I want. Let's try it again. Structure and refresh, and the color appears, okay? Do this exercise you too. Change the background and change the color of the title and the color of the text. Now I'm going to change, instead of adding a background like this, I'm going to add an image. So I'm going to search for an image here. Suppose the image is related to internet. I want a background related to internet. So internet, images, and let's see which one could be. Suppose is this one. I have to go to the web page, visit the web page, and then I am going to add this image. Suppose I need to download the image. Let me see if I can do it. Download it. This is the size of the image. I'm going to select this one, download. Yes, I'm not a robot. Download, and here it is. My image is here. Now I need to be sure where I save it, so I'm gonna take it because it must be in the same place where you have the other documents. So you have to go to documents, exercises, where I have the rest of information, and paste it here. Now my image is being placed in the same part where I have the file. Okay, what I have to do is, instead of using BG color, this is only if you want to change it with a color, but if I want a background, which is the case, I have to use the tag background, and I have to mention the name of the file here. In this case, let's see what is the name of the file. I'm gonna change the name for something easier to write. Logo, for example. Logo. And you can see which type of image it is by clicking right button of the mouse and select properties, propiedades. Immediately it shows the name of the file and the extension. It is important to recognize which extension is and write it here. So the name of the file is logo.png, PNG in this case, but you have to use your own, the name of the file you have placed there, and the extension, the appropriate extension. Okay, you cannot change the extension, it comes with the image. The name of the image with the extensions. Let's see if it works. I'm gonna save it again. It's been used. Okay, I'm going to close. I am going to close this again. I'm going to close this and this. And what else I have? Okay, now I'm going to open this one, but I need it in the Explorer, in the navigator. Here it is, but I want to save it with this logo PNG. So file, save as, I haven't saved it. Structure.html, remember? And I'm going to replace the one I had created. It's been used in another process. Okay, let's close it, everything. I'm gonna close everything. I'm gonna save it with a different name, I think. File, save as. It didn't allow me to change the name, to save it with the same name, so I'm gonna save it with a different name. This is for font. This is the name of my file. Font and background is the name of this one. Okay, font and background .html. And then I am in documents, remember, exercises, and this is the name of the file. That's it. And now I'm gonna try it. This is not the document because I created a different one. Okay, so it's this one. Open with, and I created like this. Here it is. This is the logo I placed there. So, well, I hope you have enjoyed it. Now you have to try it by yourself. Add a background with a color and a background with an image. That's the second exercise. Good luck.